Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for tuning in to what's going to be a video all about 5 beauty things that I've been using recently. They're just a somewhat random selection of bits and pieces I've been using in my daily routine. Some of them are new, some of them are just new to me. Just want to sit down and talk through them, have demos of most of these, and just kind of have a more chatty video. So let's go ahead and dive in. First, I want to talk about some skincare bits, specifically facial massage and the oils that I use for it. I have been listening to a lot of the Skinny Confidential and Lauren over there on both the podcast and on our blog rave about the benefits of facial massage. So I was finally convinced. I had already incorporated facial oils into my skincare routine, and so I figured the two pair nicely. I would just like take that step in my routine up a notch and start facial massage. The benefits, I mean, long term it has a ton of benefits that I probably haven't been able to experience just yet because it's truly been, I mean, 2 weeks max that I've been doing this on a daily basis. But the immediate effects of facial massage are that it increases circulation all across, the skin on your face, which can boost collagen production. Just generally, it makes your skin very glowy and healthy looking like it is when you would walk out of a facial because they are massaging your face all throughout that time. So it stimulates the blood flow, gets you glowing, firms up your skin. I mean, all of that in and of itself is just enough for immediate gratification, but then there are obviously long-term effects of that collagen production and that increased blood flow, things like that. So I did it. I've been loving it. I use the Clarisonic Mia 2. They had actually sent me the body of this, so not the head. I had the body and a head that I'd used for cleansing. But this I found, or as I was looking around for the one that she uses, it's the only one that Clarisonic makes, so I figured I would just get that one since I had the body anyway. As I was shopping around, it was kind of pricing out at around $55, I want to say, but I went onto Amazon, and not only did I find it from the official Clarisonic retailer, but they had a coupon, which I didn't know Amazon started doing coupons, but I found one and I actually got it down to $45, which was kind of a nice find, I thought. So that is where I got that. Like any other Clarisonic kind of head, it comes with this cover. You take it off. I just cleaned mine with a spritz of alcohol in between use. And it doesn't move or rotate or anything like that. It's just kind of this rubbery head that kind of forms to the contours of your face as you're going around. They say to swipe up, like in upward motions, just like you would with your skincare, just so you don't reinforce the effects of gravity and pulling and tugging your skin down. I'm gonna be really honest, when it comes to my skincare routine, I probably do that less than I should. I'm just kind of all over the place in circular motions, but in theory, they do say to swipe up, so I guess that's what I'm gonna recommend you do. But really, I just use this and I just kind of go in circular motions all across my face, and it's just relaxing. And then the oils that I've been using with this, I'll just briefly touch on because I'm still kind of testing one of them, and the other I lost to a tragic beauty accident. That one was the Sunday Riley Ufo Oil. I had been loving it or using it ever since I got it from Sephora, one of their VIB sales. Had been loving it, but I left the top off or unscrewed after I had put it in my hands and was working it in my face, and I just my arm whacked it into the sink, and that's all she wrote. So I've been trying to get the last bits of it out of there that I could, but I don't feel like I've used it all that long enough to get a good feel for how it works long term on my skin. The other two that I've been using and have kind of the same story with, minus the total beauty disaster of losing them, is the Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Oil. This is a retinoid oil that I like to use at night, but this is not cheap. And so I was on Octoly the other day and I saw this one from Morgan Miller. It says Retinol and Vitamin A Facial Oil, which I think is kind of redundant because I think in some, if not all instances, retinol breaks down into vitamin A, or maybe that's vice versa, but I think that might be a little redundant. Anywho, this has retinol, vitamin A, also has vitamin E and vitamin C for brightening in there, and I just thought, given that these are both retinoids, I would give them a try interchangeably just to see if I could do, because by the way, the Morgan Miller one is 16 bucks, whereas I think for the smaller Luna Sleeping Night Oil is 50, and if you want the full size, it's like 100. So I thought I would give the Morgan Miller a try to see if I could just find a sneaky little dupe in there. Like I said, the jury's still out. I just haven't used either of these long enough to come to a complete conclusion, but for the sake of telling you what I use in my daily facial massage routine, these are the two that I've been using. Next up are some eyeshadows, or eye glitters to be exact. These are from the brand Pure. They are their quick Pro glitters, and these I ordered from Octoly as well. I really, really like the pure eye polishes, the ones that come in the little pots, but I'm not so much a fan of the delivery method, especially as over time they've kind of dried out. There's a mesh barrier in there that you have to kind of dip a silicone applicator into to get it out, and as it's dried out, it's just gotten harder to get to that product. So I thought these might be very similar but a different delivery method, and upon first application, I have a demo here, so I think we'll be able to see upon first application, like when you take the little silicone spatula in these and you put them across your eye, they look just like those eye polishes. So I thought I had found a successful dupe, but with easier application. But as I spread these out, they just became glitter bombs on my eye, which I loved. They stayed in place. They were super easy to blend out. Like, I loved the look of them on my eye, but it was very clear from like first blend, these were not dupes in the way of appearance or application across the lid. So it wasn't a dupe, not a big deal. But as I was wearing these throughout the day, I kept looking in the mirror and more glitter had fallen down into my under eye area. And when I wear glitter, I'm pretty accepting of the fact that I'm gonna find a speck here, for like eternity. Like, I love glitter enough to be willing to accept that I'm gonna be finding glitter in my hair everywhere for the rest of eternity. Totally cool with that. This though was not just like a couple specks had fallen down. It was that I had like set my under eye area with a very noticeable glitter. Not like a microfine pearlescent kind of something or other. This was like I'd set my under eyes with glitter, which is not a bad thing, but it's certainly not where I had planned on having my makeup at the end of the day. The look just didn't preserve itself. And then I think you can see in the after that not only, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the glitter fall out, but I think you'll definitely be able to see the kind of path that was worn away across my lid from what I assume is blinking. I didn't touch my eyes a whole lot throughout that day, and the before and after, like when I first did my eye makeup to the time that you see the after, it had only been like 5 hours, and I had primed my eyes. I hadn't used a glitter glue, which I would recommend with these in the event that you go and try them, but I did prime fairly well. It's not like I had used these and only these. So bottom line is, they look absolutely gorgeous. Definitely don't use them without a glitter glue at the minimum. Maybe you need to set them with an eyeshadow over top, but then you use that, or then you lose that gorgeous kind of glittery effect to them. But just be prepared for a little bit more glitter fallout than you might get otherwise. Instead, today, for reference actually, I am wearing one of the new Smashbox trios. I think they sent me all of these from the new collection they just launched, but the one that I'm wearing today, these are, by the way, the Photo Edit Eyeshadow Trios, and this one is in the shade, or the trio, I suppose, Holy Crop. Love it. Next product is more on the glittery end of things, but it is for your lips and it stays in place all throughout the day, promise. These are the Jouer lip toppers, and this is actually a best of lip topper collection that my mom got me for Christmas because she knows my love of a touch, a glittery touch in my lips. I actually bought a full size of, is it called Skinny Dip? Maybe I'm totally making that up, but right when they first launched these, I bought a full size and absolutely loved it. And knowing that, she saw this set and got it for me for Christmas. So today I am wearing the one Frostbite, but this comes with their best sellers, although I didn't realize the collection had extended beyond 7. So this might be all of them, this might just be the best sellers, but it comes with this awesome assortment of anything from a frosty white, if you don't want to mess with your base lip color all that much, you just want to touch a frost, all the way to something like Sugar Plum, which sounds like it might be a limited edition for the holidays. It's like this deep plum in here, or this subtle touch of pink in what is also a new shade, which is Stardust. I just really like these for wearing alone or for layering on top of other lips. They're just so sparkly without being like, you know, you have like glitter caked onto your lips. They just give you that touch of shimmer, especially if you just put it like I have it today, where it's just on the center of my lips, I blot, and then I'm good to go. I just love the hint of shimmer and shine it gives your lips without being this, you know, all over the lips, so what can sometimes be kind of a gloopy gloss. And last up are some new launches from Wet n Wild, because even though I'm trying to get myself in the 2018 decluttering mode, I plan to have some decluttering videos up here soon, I somehow managed to buy new stuff from both Wet n Wild and e.l.f. I don't know, baby steps, right? I'll eventually get to the decluttering. Anywho, I have, there are going to be videos of new stuff from e.l.f. and Wet n Wild coming up, but I just haven't had a chance to try them all yet. What I have had a chance to try from them though, because I just couldn't wait to start using these, are the new Hello Halo Liquid Highlights from Wet n Wild. These are the two that I'm talking about, but I do have a third one that's kind of like a hollow, really it's like an iridescent purpley white sort of situation from Wet n Wild, but these are the two I'm going to talk about today. The first of which is Goddess Glow, which is a golden champagne that I use across the top of my cheekbones, that you'll see in this demo. And then I also have Go With The Glow, which is this gorgeous bronzy glow, because I wanted to see, they have a good spectrum of shades in this collection, all the way from frosty white to something like this bronze goddess glow. And so I wanted to see just how pigmented those were, to see how they might cater to those with everyone from super fair skin tones to super deep skin tones. This has a great amount of pigment. I personally find that I need, for my skin tone, it's worn best as like a blush, but it's none too glittery highlighty to where it looks unnatural as a blush. It looks like a golden goddess glowing blush. I think I'm gonna get so much good out of this in the summer, but I also think it's gonna work wonderfully as a highlight on those with medium and deeper skin tones. Goddess Glow is also wonderful too. I love them both, and the formulas especially for being liquid highlighters that come with this doe foot applicator, and you can see when I apply them, what I like to do is just dab 2 to 3 dots on top of my skin and use my finger to pat that in. I avoid a brush just because some foundations might be able to stand up to it, but you just never know. So I find my finger and patting it in will most easily avoid any sort of movement of my foundation. It'll keep it from breaking up and keep it from getting patchy or anything like that. And it just lays so beautifully over pretty much anything I throw it on top of when I apply it like that. I also mentioned these in a recent What's New from Physicians formula video because they recently launched a new highlighting primer, and I had been trying these for a little bit at that point, and I thought instead of that, which I didn't think, well, it looked beautiful on the skin, I didn't think you could see it a whole lot through a foundation, even one that's more light to medium coverage like their new foundation is, whereas these you could easily apply as a base, and you could definitely see that under foundation, or you could mix it in with your foundation because it's the same liquidy consistency. I mean, at their core, these are liquid highlighters that you could use and mix with so many other things in your daily skincare routine, but they are so pigmented that you're really going to notice them, and you're going to have a ton of control when it comes to mixing them into other things. And they're super affordable, so for not a lot of money, they just inject a ton of different options and versatility into your daily makeup routine, which I love. So have we done 5? I think those are my 5 things. If not, I think those are 5. We're just gonna say that's 5. I'd love to hear if you guys have tried any of these things. Definitely let me know down in the comments below, or if you've been thinking about trying these and you are now more excited about it, less excited, definitely let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.